everyone. So this will be a little bit of a different reading now because I always do, a lot of like divine counterpart readings. They will be implemented in here as well, but it'll be more of like a you versus them, like where you guys are career wise and financially. Okay. One of my friends, who's also part of this whole twin flame journey right now, like we're both kind of talking about like, oh God, career, like we're both like in the arts, and we're just like, oh, we're gonna do, should we move to New York, whatever, stuff like that. Okay, so I figured that might be the energy that a lot of people are dealing with right now. And I know that for a lot of pick a card readings, it's usually like the divine masculine energy, or the the runner energy that's like always so preoccupied with money. So where does that leave us? And not regarding them, but where does that leave us with our careers and our finances? Like, is there something we should be made aware of, that we should know about, etc., etc. So up to the angel answers, that's going to be your stuff. Okay, just finding out where you guys are, anything coming up, any affirmative messages from the angel answers. And then after that, this part up here with the vice versa and the Shadowscape Tarot, like these smaller parts, that's just going to check up on their energy and just see where they are in their career and finances and all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, this is mainly focused on you, and if you wish to stay to like watch and see how they're doing, then feel free. If you just want to see how you're doing, then you know what I mean, right? So let me just put these off to the side. And these are a lot of cards for each pile, like a lot. Okay, so let's start with pile number 1 with the tiger's eye bracelet. Okay, so I will put these off to the side for right now. That is your person. Let's start with you. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is a working card. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 2 of Swords. And then clarifying, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Lovers, the 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Okay. We have Ask Your Angels. The situation will improve in the reverse. And no need to worry. Okay. So, I see some of you are kind of turning your back on a former job that you have right now. Like maybe it was just, a job just to kind of pay the bills, but not really what you want to do. You probably have established nice relationships with your coworkers, so you're kind of sad to walk away and just, like you probably have known these people for a really long time, so you're just sad to like leave. But I feel like in the end, like that the situation for that job that you were in wasn't going to improve. Like it might be a part-time job for a lot of you guys, or like again just something to make money, but it's not really your actual career path that you really want to do. Okay, I feel like you guys are more destined for a specific career path that you really want to do, so like you feel like you have to walk away from this job that you're in right now, or that you were in very recently, that was paying some bills, maybe wasn't paying you enough, maybe you've kind of learned everything you needed to learn there. It was just like a temporary thing and you don't want to stay there, so you're like you're walking away. For some of you, you probably have already put in like your 2 weeks notice, like you're probably already like, nope, I'm leaving, because that there's something better for you, and you're counting on that, you're waiting for it. Okay, there is Pentacles energy, so that's good for a career reading. Okay, I feel like you guys probably have like a spirit guide or something that is like guiding you regarding your career stuff. Okay, I'm kind of seeing that with like these 3 cards. Okay, that could be a spirit guide, this could be a spirit guide, and it is obviously ask your angels, a spirit guide. So maybe your spirit guide is kind of telling you like, this isn't the career path you want, there's something better, you know that you can't stay here, this is just a stop, this is just like a traffic stop before getting to your final destination. So you did have to kind of leave it behind. Okay, the Lovers, regarding like career stuff, it can talk about like signing a contract, choices. Okay, we have the 2 choice cards here, so you can be signing a contract, or doing something that is contract related, maybe to be more official, like maybe like a tenured type of position, just like almost like a self-promotion, something to be a little more official. That's probably what you're looking to do. Something that will kind of give you more guaranteed work. Okay, I'm seeing with the Ten of Pentacles, like a little more stable than this kind of like back and forth. I feel like with all this water right now, the job that you were formerly or might still be in but about to leave, it's just like you know, like you're probably replaceable there. Like I'm really getting a lot of part-time work type of things, like whether it's like retail, fast food, stuff like that, you know. I feel like that's a job where you know that you're disposable, you know that you're replaceable, you know, like one minute they could put you on a bunch of hours, like, you know, like you know when you say, oh, I'm available like on these days, whatever, they put you on every single day and you're like, okay, like I still have a life outside of this job. I don't want to be here and only here like every single day. I just said that I just gave you my availability so you can work around my schedule, but they're just like, nope, well, we're just gonna put you on every single day you said you were, you know, especially if you work at like a mall or something, like, or retail, like they do that all the time, you know. So it's like a very like, you know, one minute you are put on the schedule every single day, it's exhausting, like it's like two extremes, and then the other extreme would be like they don't put you on enough, and then like for that whole pay period you're not making any money because you weren't put on the schedule. So you don't want that anymore. You don't want to be in that kind of work environment anymore. You want something that's more stable and something you're actually passionate about, because yes, again, this job that you're in right now or were formerly in, whatever resonates, you weren't passionate about it. It was just to pay some bills. That's it. It was not your passion. It was not your career path. It wasn't what you maybe went to school for. It was just a job. It was just something to have, you know. So you're trying to get out of that because you're like, you know what? No, fuck it. Like, I really want to do what I'm meant to do. I want to do what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like probably a lot of you are like really exhausted from how this job was, because I feel like, you know, this could be like you at the start of the shift, and then by the end of the shift you feel like you've aged like, you know, 10 years, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so tired, you know, like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted. I just want to, like, you know, leave it alone. Also with the 10 years, some of you like older viewers could have been had the same job or the same type of jobs, you know, like that part-time work for like 8 to 10 years. Like maybe like around 8 to 10 years ago you started working in that type of field, like that type of part-time retail, fast food, you know, quick replaceable job type of field, and it's been very back and forth for like the last few years. And for some of you who are like at retirement age, maybe you're like, okay, now I can finally retire and then like actually do stuff I want to do, you know, do things I actually want to do, or be more stable, okay, like because this also talks about retirement, so that could be for some of you. For the others of you, because there are different age groups that watch these videos for my channel, so for others of you, it's simply just, you know, you're going back and forth. You've had the same type of jobs just to get by, just to live paycheck to paycheck. It was enough for gas money to drive yourself, you know, to your actual things you want to do, you know. It was enough money just to buy some clothes, buy some groceries, whatever, pay a couple phone bills, credit card bills, whatever, but it's not something you ever saw yourself doing forever. There might be some people that are at this job that they actually are, it is their career, like, you know, like what it could be like maybe like a waitressing job or like something like that, and like, you know, you're there, you've probably been there for a while, you know, you're familiar with the people there, it's whatever, but like there's like, you know, someone there who's like, they make like all their income is from like, you know, waiting tables. Nothing wrong with that, but like that's not what you want. So, you know, they could be like, oh yeah, no, I made like $150 like in the past hour because I waited on 5 tables at once, and you're just like, I don't want to do that. Like, there's something better. Okay, so I feel like you are finally going to come into your wish fulfillment with the jobs you actually want to have very soon. Okay, I'm not giving you any specific time. It all depends on the person, but I do feel like if you haven't already left that job, that part-time job, you are about to put in your 2 weeks notice. Okay, like you're about to be like, okay, I quit. And you know, they might be like, really, you're just walking away, you're just leaving, like they, you know, coworkers that you only see them at work and otherwise you never see them again, and they really don't like when they see people walking away, because then they're like, oh well, you know, like you probably have like a little bit of a painful goodbye with these coworkers that you've made friends with and everything, but you know it's the right thing to do. You know you have to walk away because again, it won't improve. It's not your career path that you're meant to be on. It was just a part-time thing just to get by. Keep saying that. I really feel like a lot of you guys especially like because some of you kind of like, like a government job where like you can't get fired and it's just like, it's just a stable job, but it's not really a thing you're passionate about. But I feel like for most of you, this might be like younger viewers or even older viewers that are like in part-time, jobs, like working at like a convenience store or a supermarket or a supermarket, a restaurant, fast food, retail, like, and you don't want to be there anymore. Like, some of you could be like, I feel like it was definitely something with coworkers. I was about to say like Uber or Lyft. I don't think it's that. I think you actually have coworkers, like people that you know. That's probably one of the reasons why you wanted to stay. I feel like you've had this like loyalty for this job, and you're really just like, wait, why am I being loyal? Like, if I was sick one day, they would easily replace me, so why do I care so much about wanting to stay here? Like, I should leave and do something I'm actually supposed to be doing, and not worrying about their feelings if I leave, because I don't feel passionate. I don't see this going anywhere. I don't really see myself getting a promotion or getting paid more or anything like that. It's just going to be this like very unsteady paycheck to paycheck thing, and I don't want that anymore. I want to really step into my power, and I feel like you've been working hard behind the scenes to let that happen. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna turn your back on this job, and they might be like, oh, that's so inconvenient, like we really need you to work, whatever, and you're just like, find someone else. Like you're just like, dude, you know that I'm replaceable here. This is a part-time job. You can easily find someone else, so I don't want you guilt-tripping me, acting like you can't easily hire another person for this job, like hire someone else, And I feel like it's kind of like that coldness where you kind of have to be, and not necessarily to your coworkers. I feel like maybe to like a boss. Like you might have like a really bitchy asshole boss, and like they basically like wore you out. So you're just like, I'm leaving. Goodbye. Like goodbye. Okay, because yeah, the card being right here, that could be someone else's energy. So you kind of have to be a little bit of a bitch to them. Be like, look, you can easily hire someone else, so do not guilt trip me. Okay. And yeah, they're saying no need to worry. So like it will, this job is not something that will improve, but you will find something better with a Lover's card, okay? This isn't about your soulmate right now. This is just about you finding the job that you're destined to have. And again, I'm seeing a lot of contract because the Lovers does talk about contracts, like I said. So yeah, you could be some type of thing where you're signing a contract deal, maybe being part of like a union or something, like that type of thing. Okay. Like a guild, a union, a tenure. You could be starting your own business, but I feel like it's some like an LLC or whatever, but it's something where you will be having like a business partner or a company or something, or an organization that you're under, But yeah, you're just leaving behind that old job that you had, okay? So that's all I'm seeing for you guys. So I'm gonna just look at your divine counterpart and where they are with their career stuff, okay? Okay, good for you though. Like do not let part-time, like do not die for a part-time job. Do not. I was home all winter break. I work at like a convenience store. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I work at a convenience store since the summertime, and I was like, okay, I'll be home for an entire month. They did not put me on the schedule once. I have been home all month, basically broke. My mom's paying me to help my little sisters with their homework, but literally they didn't even bother, to put me on the schedule. I'm just like, okay, fuck them. I'm not gonna worry about, doing an internship or something now. Who cares about them? So on to your person. You have the Knight of Wands, you have the Sun card, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Swords and clarifying cards, the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Cups in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, you have the Sun twice, and the King of Wands in the reverse. So when I kind of saw some of these cards, I kind of feel like they're secretly looking for another job, okay? Take that how it resonates, okay? Like they could have a main job. They could have a main job, and then they're very secretly have like a project of theirs, like a little solo thing that they're doing, like a freelance type of thing, a solo career that they're working on, okay? So it might not necessarily be that they're leaving their job, they're just having another project that they're doing right now, okay? I feel that, you know, it's very secretive because the Three of Cups in reverse, that's kind of like an affair. So maybe like for some of these people, you know, they could still be working, which this is the thing you're supposed to do, really. Like, you're supposed to, like, when you're at work, you know, you're at a job and it's good money, you can interview at other places, but don't quit the job you currently have until you secured the other one, because you don't want to be unemployed, you know, even for a little bit. So yeah, they're probably doing that, okay? So like, yeah, they go to work every single day, but then basically once the sun sets, once the day ends, you know, they're online looking on LinkedIn, Indeed, whatever, like all those job websites, and they're looking for other jobs. They're looking for other projects, you know, maybe talking to other people, maybe doing freelance work, okay? I keep getting solo. I don't know why I keep getting solo. I feel like if one of my friends is watching this, then wink wink, but I feel like for some, maybe that this person could be like an entertainer or something, you know. They could be entertainers that's in a group, you know, like a band, or just some type of performance or something. They have like a company that they're a part of, maybe, and they might be like secretly venturing off to do a solo career, you know, like a solo thing, like maybe like a, you know, if they're a singer, a solo album, but they're not leaving, you know, their band, they're not leaving their group, but they are like, maybe they don't want, like, you know, their following to know, because they don't want them to make a big deal. Oh my god, they're leaving now. I feel like yeah, some of you could be connecting with like a celebrity or someone of the like. Take it how it resonates. I really will crack up if my friend gets this pile, because this is resonating with her a lot. I'll be cracking up if she gets this pile. But yeah, so yeah, this person could be, yeah, just doing like a little solo album, you know, whatever, or like freelance work behind the scenes, interviewing for other jobs as like a side gig or whatever, make a little bit more money, but they don't want to make a big deal out of it, because they don't want people around them thinking like, oh my god, are you leaving? And they're like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm just doing a little project. I'm doing a little side project, okay? So yeah, like they don't. It's funny because I feel like for both of you guys, you both have this kind of loyalty for your jobs. For you, it's like, you know, why don't be loyal to that part-time job, but for them, I feel like they actually are already in a full-on like career, probably, for some, probably, and, you know, they just don't want anyone to think that they're like betraying them or leaving them, you know. Like, I feel like they are like, nope, I'm a part of this, I'm stuck to this, you know, this is my life, this is my career, there's no turning back. But I do kind of want to see, you know, I want to do a little, you know, solo stuff, I want to do a little freelance things, get a side job, and just see, you know, feel it out, because I've been kind of with this group for a really long time, and I kind of just want to see where, you know, something else goes, you know. Don't worry too much about that, you know. But like, they're just kind of testing out the waters, I feel like. Just testing out the waters. But yeah, I don't think that they're fully leaving, though. Like, yeah, they're not fully leaving that job. They're just doing a side project, okay? Just a side project. Don't worry. Because, yeah, the sun in the reverse. I feel like that's just like, nope, like negative, you know? So, like, don't get worried if you are about anything like that. Like, if you know what their work is, if you feel that they, you know, if they have, like, a really cool company with their friends or something, don't worry about, like, oh my god, you're just gonna leave them like that? Like, I don't think they are. I think that they just kind of are, like, you know, I feel like they got a little tempted, and they're like, I kind of want to try this thing out myself, okay? But you know how, like, yeah, if you're in like a certain partnership, a certain company or whatever, with a group of people all the time, you kind of like lose your own individuality. So I feel like this person, that they're just like, I really just want to do my own individual thing for a little while, like, you know, or just try it out, because I've just been with this group for so long, I'm getting tired of it, you know. Like with this horse, this could be like a different person kind of approaching them, being like, hey, you want to do this? And like, they're just kind of petting the horse, like, I don't know if I want to fully ride the horse and leave, but I'll pet the horse. I'll see, you know? I'll see. Like, they'll take a small bit of the offer, but not go crazy with it. Just a little bit of it. Okay? Let's look at this King of Wands. Yeah, very impulsively. Because yeah, they do feel kind of stuck where they are right now. They feel like they're always going to be confined to this group of people, and they really just want to, like, you know, do their own thing. So they're having an affair, not really, on their group, on their coworkers, on the company that they're in, just to kind of see what they can do on their own, because like they really do feel like they've lost this sense of individuality after so long of just being a part of this group, a part of these people, and they really just want to see what they're capable of on their own for the first time in a long time. Okay, so yeah, very impulsive. I feel like they have a lot of high expectations for what they could be doing, you know. They might not fully have the chops to do it alone though, so yeah, that's why again they're not committing to leaving, because I feel like they might try this little solo project, solo freelance type of thing. It might not really go as amazing as they would have hoped, so they're gonna come back to them, you know, so that's why they're not fully leaving, but they do kind of want to see what happens, and then it might kind of fail, or it might be like, yeah, no, I actually am better with you guys, you know, and then go back to them, you know. That's just what I'm feeling. Okay, 5 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, conflict avoidance. They're not telling them anything because they don't want anyone to get worried or worked up about it, okay? They don't want anyone to worry. They're just like, nope, I'm just trying to see something. Don't worry. I really feel like this person has like a big following, and like if they're a celebrity, they have fans, and they don't want their fans to be like devastated, you know? They're like, don't worry, I'm not leaving, I'm just, you know, like they're kind of in the eye with it. They're kind of in the public eye about this situation, so that they really don't want to disappoint anyone. That they don't want to disappoint anybody. They don't want anyone getting worried about them leaving, because they're not really leaving. They're just testing the waters. I think I've said that enough times. Okay. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for your person, okay? Not fully leaving, just doing a little solo thing, solo gig, solo project, freelance work, side hustle. But secret about it. What's that? So thank you, pile number 1. Hope that resonated for you, and I'll catch you next time, okay? Okay, so pile number 3 with the marble bracelet, okay? So, wait, gosh. This top row of cards is your person. We're putting this off to the side for right now. And you can watch that after yours is finished, okay? So for you, we have the Ace of Cups. This is a double-sided card, so if it's reversed, I immediately turn around for those of you who are new. The Ace of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups, ooh. Knave / Page of Pentacles, Knave / Page of Wands. Okay, clarifier cards, we have the 7 of Cups, we have the 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse, the World in the reverse, Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of people involved in this, okay? And then with the angel answers, take action in the reverse, get more information in the reverse, and you're ready in the reverse. Yeah. Basically for this reading, I was just like, whatever cards fall out, I'm just gonna take them. So you guys got a lot of cards. I think you got more cards than both piles, I think. Okay, so pile number 2. Give me a second. When I saw how these cards were coming out, I was very drawn to the 7 of Cups, okay, and how these cards are kind of confirming it. You might be getting a lot of job offers soon, or you're just kind of deciding what you want to do with your career path, okay? Like, there's a lot of options right now. You're like, okay, should I be doing this? You know, I've been doing this for so long. Should I keep doing that? Should I change to something else? Like, what should I do, you know? You probably have like a lot of skill sets too, so you're just like, which one should I focus on mainly, okay? with the Nine of Pentacles, I kind of feel like you guys are very marketable. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people that would love to work with you, okay? Because we also have like a Knight, 2 pages, okay? A King. All right. So yeah, there are probably a lot of people that are maybe almost competing for your, you know, for your assistance, you know, like they want you to work for them, with them, whatever. They're like, oh, do this, work for us, work with us, whatever. Just a lot of options you guys have, okay? And I feel like they're all related to a field that you they're all related to a field that you actually do enjoy, okay? It's not like a, you know, like a boring type of, you know, a boring type, like, you know, 9-to-5 job, you know, if that's something you wouldn't like. It's like, no matter what they are, they might be like, you know, different types, whatever, but they're all under like the same kind of category and all under your skill set, something that you enjoy, okay? So I feel like you might be kind of just like, you might be looking at it and you're just like, in all honesty, it kind of just comes down to, you know, the money, like who's gonna pay me more, you know, because these all sound like pretty good jobs. So, you know, which one has better money, which one has better, you know, hours, which one can I, you know, have a life and work at the same time, okay? The 5 of Wands. I feel like, yeah, for this side, it could be like a very competitive work field, you know, a very competitive field that you're a part of, okay? So I feel like for some of you, it could be like, because this is a very competitive field, you're just like, I need to make some money though, you know, like, I don't know, like, if I, like, should I do this, should I do that, you know, like I said, like, because again, I feel like you guys have a big skill set, so you're really just focusing on which one's going to pay you the most at this point, because you're like, either one that I choose, either one that I go with, I'm going to make a good amount of money, or no, whichever one I decide, it's going to be fine for me. I'm going to enjoy myself. Now let's just focus on which one will pay the most, which one will I be a little bit more successful in, okay? Because it is a very competitive field. You just could be very worried about making money from it, okay? With all this water, I feel like you guys could be involved in the arts. Take that how it resonates. I'm involved in the arts, so I'm just kind of being biased. It could literally be any job, you know, but just something that, again, you are very talented in. Like, you know what you're doing, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles, how they're playing the piano, you could be like a musician, you know, you could have some type of artistic thing. Burp, confirmation. Yeah, you could be like an artist, okay? I feel like you can see yourself like really making it big in this industry and whatever it is, you know, you can see yourself being like very successful, very famous, you know. You know that Vine when the little girl's like, hi, I want to be famous. I feel like that's kind of you. Yeah, that might be you. This was kind of similar to how pile 1 was. The whole reading itself not really similar to you guys, but just as one part, I feel like maybe it's just the collective energy. You guys are like really like doing what like you're destined to do. Like, so I feel like you are on your life path again. It's something that you are creative with, you're very good at, you're very talented at, you're very skilled at. And no matter what it is, like, you have many talents, so no matter what it is, it's something that, you know, it's your life path, you're destined to do it, your career path. It's not just like a job you're just forcing yourself to do just for the sake of money. Maybe in the past it was just about making money and not really about what you wanted to do, okay? That is kind of similar to pile number 1, you know? But like, now you are really just focusing on what you feel, what your calling is, okay? What your calling is. So yeah, you're really just looking at the options first before you call anybody back, okay? Because like this page, like they're looking at the pentacle and the conch shells behind them, and every time I see this card, I always think of it being like, you know, you're manifesting, you're still waiting for something to happen, you're not reaching out, you're not contacting this person. Like, maybe someone gave you their business card and you're like, I'm thinking about it. let me not call them yet. I'm not sure if I want to call them yet, you know? Like, let me, you know, I have other offers, other, you know, other people that are offering me a job, offering me to work with them, for them, so I'm not really sure which one to choose yet. Like, they all sound like great options. You're very confused right now, or you will be in the near future regarding this whole situation, okay? I feel like you have a lot of like high expectations with it, you know, you really do see yourself making it big, okay? Like, I'm just looking at the stars and just looking at it more in a literal sense, like, you know, you could be like a little intuitive and, you know, like clairvoyant, and you kind of get like little visions about like, oh, this is how I'm gonna be in the next like few years. Like, I feel like, in, you know, literally a few years, could be like 4 years, you know, be like, oh, I really see myself doing this, whatever. For some of you, you could be in college, I'm just looking at the 4 years. You could be in college majoring in whatever this career path is, and, you know, maybe for some of you, you're getting these job offers, but it's not really the right time yet because you didn't graduate yet, okay? With the "you're ready" in the reverse, you're probably like, ooh, I actually can't even work on these days because I have class, or because it's too far away from my school, or I don't really live in an area that's close enough to this city, to this area, so I just have to kind of deal right now and wait for it, okay? So you're probably not even trying to get more information about these job offers because you're like, I can't really do anything right now. I'm stuck. Like, I'm just busy with school stuff right now. Like, you didn't complete a cycle yet, okay? So yeah, I really feel like a lot of you guys are still in college, or maybe you went back to college. You know, maybe a lot of you, some of you, maybe really wanted a certain job, but you have to go, you know, back to school and get your master's degree. Like, say if you wanted to be a teacher, you have to have a master's degree to be a teacher, you know? Or maybe the job that you're at right now is like, okay, well, we want to promote you, but like, we want you to get your master's degree for this high level position. Okay, that's for some of you. But in general, there's just this like, you didn't finish something yet, okay? So I feel like you didn't get your diploma yet, okay? 4 years, you didn't get your diploma yet. But you're very tempted, okay? Some of you might be tempted to drop out of school. Do not drop out of school for a job offer. There are many other things. You're not ready yet. Do not drop out of school. Do not sacrifice your education, because you know what? The second you go and you leave college, and if you're in college and you get that job, you're probably not going to be promoted because you're like, well, you don't have your bachelor's degree, we can't promote you. Or like, they might be like, you know, say if that job, or if that business went under, it'd be hard to find a new job because other people will be like, do you have a degree? Like, you know, for some of you, if your job is more arts related, you don't necessarily need a degree, but it does help just to get you a job, just to make you more marketable. So stay in school. Please do not be tempted to leave for a job that might seem like it offers, you know, if you're younger, it might feel like it's a lot of money, it might seem like it's a lot of money, but in reality, there's probably a lot more that you can get from different places once you do, you know, graduate, okay? But I definitely feel like, you know, you're not in a stable part of your life yet. You're still really young, okay? Like the King of Pentacles, you know, in the reverse, I feel like there's something a lot better out there for you in the future. But right now, just focus on like finishing up your degree, finishing up your apprenticeship, your learning, whatever. Learn everything you need to learn, and then go, you know? Like, some of you might still have to, like, you know, live with your parents or guardians until you get on your feet, you know? I just feel this for a youthful energy with you guys, especially with the 2 pages. Because, yeah, like, you have 2 pages and a knight. The only king is in the reverse. So I feel like you guys are still pretty young right now. And some of you might be masculine energies, like you might be males. But that doesn't really matter. So yeah, with the take action in the reverse, it's like, do not take action right now. Not yet. Okay? So, like, I don't know. You could maybe, like, if you're in college, and I really feel like most of you that are watching this pile are, or, you know, some type of thing like that, you know, do like a apprenticeship or like an internship or something first, but don't dive fully into an offer. Like, work around the schedule you already have. Don't compromise the schedule that you have. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep using that as an example. If you are a college student and you have classes, like, you know, 3 days a week, look for an internship that is fine with you working 2 days a week and not try to miss classes or, go crazy, like overextending yourself to try to go to work and go to class and do all that stuff. Don't compromise or sacrifice your education before you even finish for like a little job that, maybe an older person will be like, that's not that much money, like that's not, you could be like, oh my god, I'm gonna pay like $200 a day, and like an adult might be like, that's not that much, like that's good for you right now, but that's not that much. You can make a lot more money doing something else, or like, later with a degree and stuff like that, okay? So just don't hastily leave yet, okay? Because I feel like you guys might be kind of questioning what you're doing if you are in school. You could just be like, you're like, oh, is it too late to change my major? I feel like I've been doing this all my whole career, my whole college career, whatever, for the past few years. I've been doing this, but I feel like I'm actually better at this, so I don't know if I should change it to this. I don't know if I should drop out. I don't know if and I feel like you guys are just thinking that right now. You're like, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, let's look at the Knight of Swords real quick. Yeah, very hasty. Okay. A very hasty energy. So yeah, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Don't go crazy. Okay? Just finish this thing first. Finish this task. Get your diploma first. Don't rush to another job first. There will be more offers later. Right now you're not ready. You're still young. You're still doing what you gotta finish first, Then take the job offers when you actually are ready. Don't rush it right now. Don't take action yet. No one's rushing you. It's more like a temptation, like, oh, this could be my big break, but I feel like Spirit is saying it's not your big break right now. It's not your big break. Just stay where you are, do what you gotta do, and then once you finish this cycle that you need to finish, then take those offers. But right now, it's not your big break. Not right now. Don't be hasty. Because yeah, this is lack of planning. So do not jump into something without a plan. Do not jump into a job offer while you're young and not finishing school, and then a few years later it'd be like, shit, why did I do that? Like, why did I do that? Because now I don't have my degree. I'm not gonna get a job anywhere else. I'm gonna be stuck here. Don't do that. Okay, just be very careful. All right. That's all I'm getting for you guys, so I'm gonna look at your person, okay? So if you want to keep watching for your person, I'm about to pull them out right now. If not, then I'll see you next time, okay? Sometimes when I watch these readings, I'm like, this friend must have gotten that pile, my other friend got this pile. Like I just feel their energy a lot. Okay. So pile number 2, your person and what they're dealing with their career stuff. Okay, we have the Tower card. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Page, oh my god. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. Clarifier cards. We have the Hierophant in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, 2 Knights. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 6 of Wands. First of all, we have 3 out of the 4 sixes, so let's look at that. Release your fear and find balance between spiritual and material, okay? So that's kind of the energy. Also with the Hierophant card, the Hierophant is a very spiritual card, okay? There are 2 major arcana cards here right now, so that could be what they're doing, okay? They could be kind of focusing on like their own well-being as well as career stuff. Okay, some of these people might be like, spreading themselves way too thin for their job, like overextending themselves, taking on too many hours, and like they're not really giving themselves enough time, and they kind of have to just retreat now. I feel like they're kind of like at their breaking point with this Tower card. Like they're burned out. Okay, I feel like this person is very burned out right now with their job. Like they're probably the type of person, like whenever someone's like, oh hey, can you work? Like, oh my god, sure, can you cover me? Oh my god, yeah, sure. But then like, they're just doing it too much, okay? Like they they're like the loyal worker, and they just cover for everybody. they don't allow themselves to like really take a break. I feel like these are type of people that love staying active at all times, but people at their work might be kind of taking advantage of them, you know? It's funny, like I said earlier, I feel like this kind of resonates pile one, except it's the reverse, you know? Like, because this person seemed a little bit more like the person for pile one. Like, you know, your divine counterpart was that person, you know, and you were kind of like their divine counterpart and how they were. So if you want to watch pile number one, I feel like there's always one pile that ends up resonating with all of them. So if you want to also watch pile one, go ahead and just switch the energy. But anyway, yeah, like whenever they get like a tiny little job offer, like they're a yes man, you know, man or woman, doesn't matter. But like the Ace of Pentacles is also the yes card, so I feel like they have trouble saying no. Like they always take a job offer, that they always cover people's shifts or whatever all the time. Okay, maybe they're hoping for a promotion. Okay, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Unrealistic, jealousy, moodiness. Okay, with the moodiness, I feel like I said, the burned out energy, they might be kind of getting cranky now, you know, because it's like, I can imagine like maybe they could have like, you know, 2 jobs maybe, and like they're up all night, you know, for like their nighttime job, and then they wake up really early for their morning job. Maybe they have to drive really far for this other job, you know, like maybe they have a job in the city, they have to take a train or something. Maybe you know how I said like I feel like you guys are like in college, they could still, you know, they could be in college, maybe they have a job like at this school or vice versa at home, you know, so they have to commute to work every day, you know, like say if like during winter break, which college students are still on right now, winter break, they're home but their job is by the school, so they have to drive like, you know, an hour or so out to their job because they didn't want to quit during the off season, or vice versa, they still work at their hometown job but they're at school or whatever, like they live far away. Maybe they moved in with their friends or something, you know, but they still, for some reason, it sounds kind of stupid, but they still work by their own hometown. Or in general, that sounds a little ridiculous, so I think in general it's just, you know, they probably can't afford to live in the city, you know, they probably can't afford to live in the city, so they just take a train, so they probably have to wake up at like 5 in the morning, you know, 6 in the morning. They probably have to wake up really, really early, okay? I'm just seeing like the sunrise, crack of dawn, nighttime, whatever. Really early in the morning to catch a train to come to, you know, the city, to be there for like their, you know, their 7 a.m. job, you know? That's probably what they're doing. And it's probably like a very unconventional situation that they're dealing with. Because usually people try to work near their homes or something, but this person, they're probably like, I can't live in the city, but I'm making good money in the city, so I'm just gonna commute to the city, okay? Because I do see a restriction here. So yeah, like if they could, I keep saying the city, you know, wherever you are, okay, if you're, you know, like I'm in New Jersey, so for me the city is New York, okay? I live near Pennsylvania, so the city could also be Philadelphia, you know, but wherever they are, the city, you know, that the main area that has like all these businesses, all these buildings and stuff, wherever they are, they can't afford to live in the nearest city. They can't afford to live there. They can only afford to commute there. They can afford to take a train. They can afford to maybe pay a toll and drive all the way down there, you know, and that's more money than just taking a train, you know, so they probably have a card, you know, like a ticket that they, you know, use every day. And, you know, they get up really early, 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They wake up really early to take a long ass train ride that could be like an hour and a half long or something, like a really long train ride to get to work because it's good money. But they feel they have to do this, you know, because with this card talking about restriction, they can't afford to move closer, so they just have to deal with it. They have to wake up early as fuck to do this because they can't afford to live there. They can't afford to live there, so they sacrifice their energy to just get up really early in the morning to be there. okay? I feel like they do a lot for this job too. Like they're there every single day. They're not the kind of person that's like, you know, calls out sick. They're always there. You know, they're a very dependable person at that job. Okay? Like I don't think this is like a part-time job, honestly. Like it's half and half, okay? It's half and half. For some, it could just be, yeah, they always cover people's shifts, they're always extending themselves, whatever. For other people, I feel like this is like a job, you know, like they could be fresh out of college, you know. This could be like a full-time job that they go to every single day, and they're like, this is really good money, I'm not gonna pass this job up, so I'm gonna wake up really early in the morning to get there. And some of them, they might have to move. They might have to move, if not in the city, somewhere a little bit closer. They probably live really far away, okay? Like, you know, some of them could live like by the beach, you know. So they you know, they're commuting from the beach to the city, you know. Take what resonates. And they're probably tired of doing that. So yeah, they're probably looking into apartments or something nearby just so that they're not like driving themselves crazy. Okay? Because I feel like they've reached their breaking point. They're like, I can't do this anymore, you know? I cannot do this anymore. And like, they can't do it anymore, but they're not quitting, okay? Because it's not about the job, it's just about where they are. So yeah, they're gonna try to move closer because they want to still work there. It's a good job for them and everything, but they're tired of taking these long commutes. They're so exhausted by it, okay? Because I feel like I feel like they do make a lot of money at this job for some of you. Like they do make a lot of money at this job. So they basically do all this sacrificing and stuff like that because they know that at the end of the day, every couple weeks, they're getting paid. They're getting paid, like, especially if it's a city job, you know? Not like if they worked near their home, they probably wouldn't make that much money. But if they're working in the city, like more corporate areas, they're probably making a lot of money. So they're willing to go to work early as hell because they know that they're getting bank, okay? They know they're making money. But yeah, so what they're probably going to be doing is just, yeah, maybe get a few friends or something, just get like an apartment or like a house nearby that's not fully in the city because it's too expensive, but maybe just somewhere nearby that they can, you know, turn their like 2-hour train ride into like a 1-hour, you know, like that type of thing. 4-hour ride into a 1-hour ride, you know? Just to kind of lighten the load for themselves, okay? But yeah, with the Six of Wands, what I was trying to say with that was like, it's probably like, you know, very successful. You know, they're probably like they probably are recognized for their hard work. They are recognized for being this very self-sacrificing person. It could be a little bit of a kiss up, maybe a little bit of a kiss up at that job or something. But basically, the people there, they value that person, okay? And they're bound to be successful. That they probably are getting a promotion or something at this job. So of course, they're not gonna leave. They're not gonna leave. And it's not like a dead end type of job. It's like a probably a really good job for them. Then that's why they're doing all this to still be there. Okay. What else? Because yeah, they could be like trying to pay off a lot of debt, okay? So like I said, they could be fresh out of college, so they're paying off, you know, student loans, whatever, because it talks about debt. So yeah, they especially are like, I'm keeping this job because I'm making a lot of money, like $25 for a train, I don't care. I make, you know, hundreds of dollars every week, you know, I make up for that, you know, I make the money back. They probably love this job too. You know, or at least they it's like, it might not be like their dream job, but it's probably a really impressive starter job, you know what I mean? Like they're probably bound for better things later, but for right now, like this is a pretty impressive job to get when you're like, you know, fresh out of college. It's like at least they're glad that they have a job, so they're, you know, they're very grateful that they have a job, so they're not trying to do anything to mess with it. Okay, they just graciously show up early, maybe leave late. They probably, you know, by the time they get home, it's nighttime because, again, it's a really far commute. So, like, basically, whenever they're not in the building, whenever they're not at work, it's nighttime. Like, it's dark outside. It's because the sun is rising. The sun has already set by the time they leave. So by the time they get home, it's dark. And they probably just go straight to sleep, you know? Probably no social life right now. They just go straight to sleep. And then maybe on the weekends, obviously, they have fun, they hang out with people. I feel like this is just like a weekly job. Monday through Friday, they just get up hella early, take a train to the city, do their job. Okay, this also kind of looks like a city to me. You know, they do their job, they come back, it's nighttime, they're like, cool, going to sleep. And that could also, if it resonates and you feel like you're in separation with this person, that could also be why if you're not in communication or the communication isn't as great, is because they're like, they're busy with their job. They literally come home, they go straight to sleep. They're not talking to anybody. They just go to work and go home. For some of you. Okay. I'll look at the Knight of Cups in the reverse one more time. See if I'm missing anything from that. I'm not sure if I looked at that yet. Oh yeah, I already said that. Yeah, moodiness. The jealousy, it could be like maybe you're jealous because they're focusing more on work than you, but they're trying to make a life for themselves. They're making some good money. They're trying to pay off some debts, so don't take it too personally, okay? And in general, if that isn't your energy, it's just in general, they might have their moments where they get moody because they're just so burned out, they're so tired, but they're not giving up this job. They're not. Like, like they know that no matter how tired they are, this job is kind of worth it. It's not a part-time job like how pile 1 was. It's not like a little part-time job. It's like, it's a real job. Like, it is a real, like, you know, a real job that they're doing. So they're willing to sacrifice like their sleep for this job because they know they're making a lot more money. They're not replaceable. Like, no, they're not gonna get fired. I mean, they obviously could get fired, but you know, they're not replaceable. They're not in shifts. Like, they work at this job. They always work. They work every single day. They don't have to look at the schedule. They know that they come in at, like, you know, 7 a.m. every single day of the week. You know, they're not gonna give up this job. No matter how tired they are, they might have their days when they're a little moody, when they just kind of aren't really talking to anybody. They're just like, look, I'm just show up, just do my thing and leave, you know. But it doesn't matter. They still get their job done, and people recognize that. So people see that they're working hard. People see that they're doing good at their job. Okay. So yeah, that's them. So thank you, pile number 2. Hope that resonated. Okay, so pile number 3 with the pearl bracelet. Okay, this card came out on its side, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. But this entire top section above the angel answers is your person, so we're gonna put that off to the side. And we're gonna look at you first, okay? So career and finances for pile number 3. The 7 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the 5 of Cups, clarifiers, we have the 9 of Wands in the reverse, Temperance in the reverse, 7 of Wands again, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, Angel Answers. You guys got a few for these. It's Up to You in the reverse, Success, Don't Stop, and Perfect Timing in the reverse. Might think I'm crazy for saying this. But some of you, if this resonates, if you are in the same work field as your person, you might be working with them soon. Maybe for some of you. Okay? Because just paying attention to the cups, so you know, the King and Queen of Cups, you could maybe be about to like work with them, like, you know, your divine person could end up being your coworker, okay? And you might know this intuitively with the High Priestess card, okay? So you might be like tempted to work there because you know that you'll be with them, but you're probably also kind of thinking like, should I though? Like, is it practical for me? Blah blah. But let's just keep looking at it. Okay, so we have 2 7s. So let me look at the 7. So you are in line with the divine and fulfilling your purpose. Okay? You are in line with the divine and fulfilling your purpose. So this definitely is like your career path, okay? And you do feel very intuitively that something is going to happen, something, okay? We also have 3 major arcana cards, so yeah, I do feel like this definitely is like some divine intervention with your work life and your career path. With the It's Up to You card in the reverse, I feel like that's also confirmation being like, nope, things are good, the chips will fall how they may, it'll work out for you, it'll work out for you fine, but, you know, this is something you're destined to do, you're not going to walk away from this career path for yourself, okay? You're definitely doing what you're called to do, what you're meant to do. And yeah, for some of you, like I said, your divine masculine, divine feminine might have the same field of work as you, okay? Like you could have the same type of job, the same career path, so you'll end up working in the same place together for some of you. So if you felt that, that might happen. Okay. With this 10 of Swords, well, this, it's kind of like a misty thing around this person, so I feel like this is kind of saying like fear of something going bad, fear of ruin, like just getting defensive because you're like, but what if it doesn't work? What if more won't work out for me? What if this, you know, like, oh, probably thinking about all the things that might go wrong. So maybe like maybe for you guys, like, you know, you're contemplating getting a job, maybe again that your person probably also works at, or you feel that you know, they might work there or whatever, and you're just like, that seems good, but then what if this happens? What if that happens? Like, you know, what if, you know, what if we get together at this job, but then we get fired because they don't want, you know, people dating on the job, you know, very specific. Or what if that causes tension between the two of us? Like, what if, you know, being around each other, working with each other every single day, it makes us not want to be around each other anymore? Or in general, it could just be like, what if I have a really bad availability and I don't have time to be there right now, because the whole perfect timing in the reverse. I feel like right now, because it's not the perfect timing, you feel like it's never going to be the perfect timing with this maybe job, career, specific thing you're doing, okay? But I feel like just because it's not right now, like there might be something that will happen later, you know? Like things will turn around later and be a little easier for you, but for right now they're like, no, just keep that in your back pocket, think about it, don't stop pursuing it, don't stop thinking about this specific job or whatever, but just give it a little more time. You still have some work to do, you still have something to finish right now, okay? I'm getting kind of like pile number 2 vibes, where like some of you could, you know, be in college, so it's just like, nope, just wait till you graduate first, wait until this happens or whatever, or you know, keep it bookmarked, keep this job bookmarked, you know, the website, where you apply, whatever, keep that bookmarked, but not right now, okay? Like that place will still be there, just go there later, but right now, no. Right now, you focus on an internship near you, focus on you know, school stuff, focus on the job you already have, and then like when it's the right time, you'll know, and then you can go and face that job, okay? Yeah, that double 7 of Wands. Ugh, eyes itching. Yeah, there's definitely a challenge regarding this right now, you know? Not your career path in general, just maybe this specific job. Like, you probably have a job in mind, so there is some challenge there. Like, maybe it's too far away from you, maybe you don't really have the credentials yet to do it, or you feel that you don't, so you know, you're kind of worried and you don't really want to do it right now, okay? It could be a very competitive field as well. So you're just like, yeah. So you're just like, let me get my credentials first. Like, you know, I feel like I have what it takes to do this job. I feel like I could do this job, but not right now. And like for a lot of you, I feel like that your person probably is already there. They're already working there. They've already graduated. They, you know, they got like a, you know, they got a head start. And you're just like, I'm coming, but not right now. Not right now. Soon though. Okay. The 9 of Wands in the reverse. 9 of Wands in the reverse is like, paranoia, being hesitant. So you're probably very hesitant about if you have the skill set for this job. Okay, if it's a specific job that you're thinking about. Okay. So you're very indecisive, you know? Because again, I'm going to keep drilling this home to you guys. The career path that you're on is the path for you. It is what you're supposed to be doing. It is what you're called to be doing, okay? Like the career path that you're studying for, that you're thinking about doing, that's there. This specific job you're hesitant about, okay? This specific job, you're just like, you know, like this specific place. You could have the same title somewhere else, but this job you're a little worried. Okay, so yeah, you could be worried that, you know, being around your person every single day might cause strain on the relationship. Maybe you're worried that if you guys are working, you're not going to be able to date because, you know, company policies. It could be that you feel like, you know, maybe the place is too far away and you're like, I'm not going to be able to travel that far for this job. It's not practical for me, whatever. But just something about it is you're very indecisive about it. But intuitively, you know, this is your career path. You might even intuitively feel like you will have this job eventually, just not right now, with the perfect timing in the reverse. So again, don't stop considering it. You know, keep thinking about it, pursue it later, but right now just do what you gotta do. Okay, there's some patience that has to be had right there. Okay. Because yeah, there's a lack of long-term vision. I feel like you probably feel like if you don't do this right now, then that offer will be gone forever. It's like, it might not be. I feel like whatever this job is, whatever this place is, I feel like it will still be there. It's not gonna crumble and break down the second you are actually ready for the job, you know? Like, yeah, I just feel a sense of like, any inconveniences right now, it's only right now, but maybe like a year from now, you'll actually be able to have this job, or maybe even like a few months from now, you'll be able to have this job. But right now, no. Right now, no. You're focused on other stuff. You're worried about what can go wrong. But I feel like Spirit is like, no. You'll be fine with this job later, but right now, just focus on what you need to focus on. Okay? Focus on what you need to right now. Because I feel like if you jump into it too fast, there might be some imbalance, okay? Like I said, like, I really feel like for a lot of you, you know, if you are like, I don't know, if say you are an artist, or, you know, a writer or something like that, and then your person is an accountant, then obviously, you know, you're not in the same career path. But like, if you've known this person, you know, and you know that you've had the same major, the same career path, the same interests, whatever, like stuff like that, then I feel like for those of you who this applies to, you're probably going to end up working with them, okay? They're probably going to be a co-worker of yours, okay? But I feel like if you jump into it right now, you know, they could be a little older than you, so they already have like the leg up. They already started working, and you feel like if you were to start right now, like as an internship or something, you know, I feel like if you were to come to this job as an internship, you know, they have more power than you do. There's a power imbalance, you know. Or if you were hasty and be like, oh, I'll just work here and you know, skip school. Don't drop out of school. I said this about too. Do not drop out of school for a job. Wait until you're ready for the job. But if you did that, or if you thought about doing that, then you'll be like, oh, well, they already have their degree. They're already in a stable position. So it'd be an imbalance for us in the future for marriage life and stuff like that. You know, because this reading isn't necessarily. Sorry, my throat is so dry. A second. Okay. This reading isn't necessarily about your twin flame, soulmate, whatever, but obviously how these cards came out, I feel like that's just kind of what it is. So yeah, if you and your person do not have the same career, you know, the same major, the same career, then this pile probably is not for you. Or if you haven't met your person yet, you'll probably meet them at your future job, you know? Whichever resonates. I just feel like you guys have the same job, the same field of work. Okay, like Jim and Pam from The Office, you had the same field of work, but there was an imbalance there. Me with my TV references for The Office, Jim was like a top seller there, like, you know, he sold the paper, but Pam was the receptionist, and she was just like, I kind of wanted to go to art school and do all that, you know. So, you know, while he's a top seller and you know, kind of like the big man at the job, she's like a receptionist, and she's just like, not really what I wanted to do, you know, not really what I intended. I can probably do something else with it. But then, you know, she kind of found her way up, and then she ended up having a more significant position. Okay, so I feel like right now, if you were to jump into it, it would be an imbalance. So yeah, just finish up school, do what you gotta do, and then go into it, and then you'll be kind of on the same level as them. Okay, but right now, no, right now, not yet. I do want to look at the Five of Cups because that's kind of staring at me right now. And I love how much my throat is hurting. Oh, I skipped 5. Okay. So this card signals that a disappointment has or will shortly occur. Something or someone that you love will test your heart's resilience. Okay. You may be inclined to keep your feelings to yourself, and this is probably a good idea as you come to terms with the situation and see it more clearly. 3 of the Cups have fallen, but 2 are still standing. This is not the end of the story by any means. Okay, so you know what I was kind of saying earlier about, like, if you end up working with your person, your significant other, your future spouse, that you might have to kind of hide the relationship, you know, you might have to, you know, just kind of lay low, pretend that you're not together, so that you know, you don't lose your jobs because of a company policy or relationship. You might be scared to tell coworkers, oh no, we're dating, we're together, you know, so you're not going to say anything because you know, you're worried that something will end. Either you're worried that you'll lose your job or that the relationship will have to end for the sake of your job. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, like, this could have been like a, you know, a separation that you guys are in. You could be on the brink of union. They could already be at this job. You're considering working at this job, you know, whether it's to get closer to them or just because you just happen to end up being at the same place as them. But I do feel like you are going to end up working with this person, and you probably know that you are. You feel that you are. You were like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I did this? And you probably are actually going to work with them. But while at work, you're gonna have to hide your feelings. You know, while at work, you're gonna have to be like, oh no, we're not together, we're just friends, blah blah. And then maybe like when you leave work, you actually, you know, you are together. Maybe you secretly both go home together. You know, you show up to work together. Maybe they come in first and then you come in second. I feel like they might not want. Maybe like they don't want their co-workers thinking that you only got the job because they like you, or vice versa. Maybe they don't want you thinking that the only reason why you got the job is because they were pushing for you to get the job. Like maybe for some of you that they just like practically like put your resume just on the desk, you know, like, oh hey, this person, and you know, this is a very specific scenario, but I'm just using it as an example. But imagine, like, say, you know, say if they were just like telling other people at their job, oh, you should hire this person, they're great, and then you suddenly get like a phone call and they're like, oh, we'd love to have you work for us, we saw your resume, and you're like, huh, like I didn't give you my resume, what? And then you're like, you put 2 and 2 together and you're like, oh, they probably did that, you know. I wonder why, because they want me to be with them, whatever. Very specific TV scenario. I cannot help it. I am a film major. I get very, very detailed with things. Obviously, that was very specific to like maybe like 2 people, but like whatever resonates, you know, whatever resonates. But that's just a scenario. But yeah, they could somehow influence you getting that job. Like because maybe they really do want you to work with them. Like they want you to be with them. But also the King of Cups knows how to kind of control their feelings as well. They know how to control their feelings, so I feel like with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, you're kind of, or on this other side, you're gonna kind of take on their energy too. So you guys will know how to remove your emotions when you're working together. You don't want to give it away that you guys are together or that you like each other when you're working together. Maybe working together will end up having you guys be in a relationship, and maybe after a long separation, being in the same place at the same time, working every single day side by side or whatever, that might make you two get closer. But you're not going to tell anyone that, because you know you want to keep it secret. So you're both going to kind of take on this King of Cups energy where you're just going to be like, I'm just going to hide my feelings while at work, turn it off while at work, and they are too, because they know they don't want anyone to think that it was influenced. They don't want anyone to question your credibility and your work ethic and be like, oh, the only reason why you got this job is because this person, you know, likes you. No, you don't want anyone to think that. So because there might be some competition there. Also, what I'm seeing too, if this is resonating, how, like, you know, if you met them or not, your future spouse, your partner, whatever, will probably be at the same job as you. There might be someone else there, maybe before you work there, that likes this person. You know, there might be someone that's like obsessed with your person, and they're very flirty with them, you know, and you might get a little jealous, a little annoyed while you're watching it happen, because you can't say anything, because then, you know, don't anyone know. So, you know, someone else might be like a coworker, might be constantly flirting, and you'll feel like it's competition. You know, they're flirting with your person, and you're just over here like, damn it, like, I really just want to tell them to knock it off. I just want to be like, you know, they're mine, but you can't say anything. So you kind of just have to be a team player and just watch it happen. And they either will have to just play along so no one's suspicious. So they might kind of flirt back. You might not like it, but they might have to kind of flirt back a little bit just to make it seem like, oh no, nothing's going on here, whatever, just be friendly. And that might make you a little annoyed. So that's very specific. Just for some of you, don't worry. I feel like they know what they're doing. I feel like they're kind of protecting you, and you can talk to them later. You know, I feel like for some of you that you might talk to them later and be like, what the hell was that about? And they'll be like, I'm doing this so that no one knows that we're together. I don't want anyone to know, because I don't want that to sway how they treat you or how they look at you, whatever. I want them to, I want you to work here because you know that you're good, whatever. Like that type of situation. But yeah, in general, whether they flirt back or just, you know, humor the person, I feel like there is some competition there, because there is someone else that likes them, or maybe they'll view you as competition, like, you know, because maybe this person can also be a little bit of an intuitive person, and they might be like, oh, this person so likes you, you know, like, oh my god, like, say your person is person B and your person A. Oh my god, A totally likes B. They're not saying anything, but oh my god, I saw A checking out B all the time. Like, what the hell? B just started working here. Like, fuck this person, you know, and all jealousy and competition with that other person. Very specific. That's only for some of you. Maybe an imbalance with feelings as well. Because you're just trying to pretend there's nothing there. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm just getting like a whole sneaky energy with the two of you. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, obviously, that was very specific to anyone who picks pile number 3, and keeping in mind that pile number 3 is also my life path number. So, if any parts got a little too specific, that message was not for you. Just keep it going. Watch another pile as well with this, just to see how it resonates with you. But yeah, so to sum up your part of the reading, yeah, I feel like you will happen to work with your future spouse, your partner, whether you know them already or not. You will end up working with them, and you're probably just going to have to keep your attraction, keep your relationship on the down low for the sake of both of your jobs. Okay? That is what I'm getting. It's not giving me a specific time. All I'm saying is that right now is not the perfect time, but it will happen soon for you. Like, you will somehow end up working with this person soon. So don't stop working on yourself. Don't stop grinding. You'll eventually, get that job. It'll be very successful to you. And it is something that probably spirit guides have kind of set up for you both to happen. Okay? And yeah, like, don't make too many excuses or be too guarded, because once again, even if right now it's not perfect timing, it will be later, okay? I feel like spirit kind of has a control over this, so don't be too concerned over, like, don't get too worked up over it not being a good time right now, because things do change, okay? So now let's look at your person and their career stuff. So 6 of Wands, High Priestess, a lot of intuition with this. King of Wands, the Death card, the 5 of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Chariot. Damn. This person's very, like, in their power. Look at all these major arcana cards. Clarifiers. The King of Wands in the reverse, or the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the 8 of Cups. This is kind of on its side. The 4 of Pentacles. And the Star card. Look at all these major arcanas. Jesus. Let's look at this for a second. I also want to check how long this has been. Not that long. So, whew, give me a second. I need to like look at this real quick. It's like, I just gotta read how it comes out. I kind of feel like literally, however this is, you guys will be working together, okay? So I kind of feel like the overall energy, this might be them with the 6 of Wands. They're very like well-liked, well-known, you know, very, very powerful, I guess, at this job. You know, people like them. But they probably are gonna have to kind of give you the cold shoulder and, you know, like kind of leave you out in the cold. I feel like obviously you're not gonna like that, but I feel like in the end, like they kind of know what they're doing, you know. So like, imagine like they're keeping their distance for a reason, okay? Like when you guys work together, I feel like this is kind of the more future energy than current energy for you guys. So imagine like, you know, these are all the coworkers being like, oh my god, you know, you're so cool, whatever, and they're like, haha, yeah, thanks, whatever. But then as they walk through, they kind of look back at you. They look back at you and they're just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. If people are flirting with me, I'm sorry. If I seem like hot and cold with you, I really just don't want to do anything to mess up your job here, whatever. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I just don't want anyone to know because blah, blah, blah. Okay? I feel like, with this High Priestess, this could be like, whether it's you guys or someone else, like maybe your boss is like a very intuitive person. Maybe they kind of see something between you two, so, you know, they have to be especially coy because they don't want this person to catch on at all. Because honestly, nowadays, I don't really think it's like, if you date your coworker, you'll get fired. But obviously, some jobs are like that. You know, if you're married, that's one thing. But if you're just dating, people are against it because they're just like, look, we're just trying to get our thing going. But whoever this boss is like, they're always around, okay? Like, they're like sitting in their chair, kind of in the spotlight. You know, like this person, like, almost seems like a celebrity or something, or like an influential-ish person, because like it looks like they're in the spotlight a little bit, you know, because they have like curtain, it's like light on it. So yeah, this could be the boss that has a spotlight on them, and they're trying to kind of fool them. They don't want them knowing anything about your connection when you guys eventually, you know, get together. Okay, I've not gotten the King of Wands at all for a reading from this deck yet, okay? So I will look at that. I do like seeing new cards though, because I feel like it's always the same goddamn cards. Okay. So a king sits upon a throne that is partly made of natural wood burls and partly of rough hewn staves. The king holds aloft a plain wooden stave of the same sort. He is dressed in court garb, other than armored greaves on his legs. A spotted salamander, symbolic of fire, rests at his feet. Like the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands thrives on supporting righteous causes and giving his energy where it is needed. This is a person who gets things done. He's a man of action. Although he may have worldly wealth, you might not know it from looking at him or the way he lives. He doesn't have much patience with details that could slow down his process, so he lets others handle the small stuff and the aesthetics. Other kings may have fancy scepters or rods or of authority. This king has a stick and it does the job just fine. Yeah, I feel like this is your person, okay? Yeah, this is your person. Like I said, they get the job done. They're very admired by people, okay? Maybe even like the boss kind of flirts with them a little bit, you know, even though that's supposed to, you know, or like a head person there, you know. Like some type of head position might flirt with them a lot. They like them. They have a crush on this person, whatever, and they're just like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I feel like they're very admired. That they're known to get the work done. They're known to get the job done. They're probably very quietly successful at this job. Like maybe when you work there, like, you know, and you're first there around the environment, because again, I feel like they probably started working there before you did, and you know, maybe everyone's like, oh hey man, what's up, and you're just like, geez, a lot of people here seem to like you a lot, and they're just like, oh, it's nothing, like, they're just joking, they're just saying this, but in reality, like, you know, they're like, you know, the most popular person there, but other than like the boss, you know, they're the most popular person at that job, and they get paid a lot of money, you know, they're pretty successful, but they probably just show up in like, you know, a t-shirt and jeans, but they're making a lot of money from this job, and yeah, just very popular at this job. Okay. So there is some status stuff here. So yeah, I feel like for the sake of you, they really don't want to like they kind of have to leave you out in the cold, because they don't really want you to be in the spotlight, not in like a, oh, I don't want to share the spotlight, but they don't want any negative attention on you if people find out that you're together. So they don't want anyone to know, once again, because the second people find out that you're together, they're going to be, you know, jealous. People might cause an uproar and then basically try to get you fired, or, you know, whatever. That's how like some jobs just are, you know, so they probably just are avoiding that like a lot. Okay. So like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna be very distant at the job, and maybe like maybe the second you guys go home, they're really sweet to you, but like on the job, they're very cold. Okay, they're very cold to you. In general, they could be cold. Like again, there could be another person that's into them too, and they're kind of cold to them as well, or maybe they just humor them, flirt back, but they don't really care about them like that. You know, take what resonates. Okay, the Death card, that is some Scorpio energy. We also have Cancer energy, so just a lot of water. And also Aries for the Emperor, but don't get hung up on signs. I just feel like you're going to be observed very closely. Like, I feel like someone is going to know what's up. Someone. Again, it could be a jealous person that already likes your person, but someone around is just going to kind of know what's up, or be a little sus about you and them, and be like, what's going on with them? Like, they'll feel a vibe, so, you know, maybe they'll see you kind of being in your feelings or whatever, and they're like, oh, why do you care so much that they're not talking to you? Like, who cares? Or maybe they'll think it's suspicious. They're like, this person talks to everybody, but around this person, they act a little shyer, or quieter, like more standoffish. What's going on? You know, and then it's like, you know, they're trying to make it seem like there's no chemistry there, but by being a little too closed off, a little too cold, it just becomes suspicious to someone. Okay? These are very specific messages. Only take what resonates. Only take what resonates, please. That's just what I'm seeing. And this is really just based off of how the first part of it went, again, with them being a coworker of yours eventually. But whatever it is, I feel like if you do, you know, met them or not, yet, You will be working with your future spouse, your divine counterpart. That might be how you meet them or how you reconnect with them. But they have to keep it under wraps. They have to keep it a secret. But there might be someone that likes them, someone in their energy that's flirting with them, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they might be a little suspicious of you and feel like you guys might have something going on. So I feel like someone's going to be keeping a close eye on the both of you. You know? This Emperor card. These cards are kind of confusing right now to me. So the Emperor. So you bear your responsibilities well, and you can be justifiably proud of what you have accomplished, but the strictness with which you go about your duties is taking a toll on you. Not everything has to be set in stone. Leave some room for growth and change. If you are afraid to face the darker parts of yourself, you won't be able to help others with their own darkness. Okay. So yeah, that might be your person and their energy and how strict and rigid they're going to be around you at first. Like, again, because they're so concerned about like, oh, I don't want anyone to like think of us any type of way. I don't want anyone to know that we're together or know that I like this person. So I'm just gonna be really rigid around you. But I feel like that's just gonna kind of upset the situation, because it could cause a fight between the two of you. If say you guys first get together, it could cause a potential breakup because they're suddenly like acting all cold, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm tired of this. But they might not even communicate to you that they're doing this on purpose. So you're just gonna think that they're just being a fuck boy, fuck girl, whatever. You're just gonna think they're being an asshole around you, okay? Because they probably set their own rule for themselves, being like, I'm not gonna let this person distract me, you know, I like this person, I'm not gonna let them distract me, so I'm just gonna avoid them, not gonna talk to them, I'm gonna refuse to talk to them for longer than like a couple minutes a day, whatever, or I'm not gonna eat lunch with them. Like they're gonna basically try to kind of ice you out because they can't face their own feelings, you know. Or the other end of it would just be, I'm not gonna let anyone know. And honestly, it could even be the type of job where they're more laid back. That they're probably a lot more laid back than this person thinks, and they're like, oh, you guys are dating? Okay, cool, that's cute, that's sweet, whatever. We'll talk about it, and it'll be a fun icebreaker. But with this person, your person, they might feel like, yeah, if people know that you guys are together or eventually together, that you're gonna get fired. So they're very strict about it, and they're like, no one's gonna know, no one can know, because I don't want anyone, you know, I don't want anyone to either like, you know, just like you because you're dating me, you know. I want them to like you because of your actual skill set. I don't want them to think that it's just out of favoritism for me or whatever. Or I don't want anyone to fire either one of us. I don't want us losing our jobs because we're together, okay? But they might be overthinking it though. And in turn making the situation kind of worse and just making you feel like they don't care about you, you know? Like this Four of Pentacles, it could be them, yeah, just keeping the connection to themselves, keeping their feelings to themselves because they feel they have to, okay? With the Chariot card, so the more mystical nature of your journey is demanding attention. If you have been focusing only on mundane details, how to get from point A to point B, the importance of this transition could be missed. Continue forward along your chosen path, but listen to your intuition more than your logic. Be aware of what was holding you back. You may not even have noticed that you are now free. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that's kind of confirming that they might be overthinking the situation, like, you know, with you eventually. And they might be like, yeah, oh my god, but will we fire though if they see us together? And like, you know, their coworkers, bosses might not even care. They might be like, oh no, that's fine, we don't care if you guys are together. Or you know, they're just focused on, oh, I have to go to work, I want this person to succeed as well, so I'm not going to talk to them or acknowledge them at all, blah blah. And they basically are sitting on their own intuition, you know, like they're sitting on their own intuition because they're trying to fight their feelings, you know, they're trying to fight their intuition with this connection with you while at work, and it just causes strain, and they need to not do that. They need to not be so distant from you, because it might work out a lot better than they think it will. and it will heal when this whole situation happens. It will heal, but they're just overthinking it. So yeah, they kind of are in this like in and out, hot and cold fuckboy energy. But with this, oh my god, with the Star card though, I kind of feel like in the end, no matter how long it takes, in the end, you're no longer going to like be hiding your feelings around each other and acting like you don't like each other. You're not going to be like, okay, I'll come into the building first and then you come in like, you know, a few minutes later so no one knows that we came in together, you know. It's just going to be like a, whatever, like a more accepting situation. No one's going to judge you for it, no, you know. But they might have to realize that on their own, okay? So yeah, that's all I'm really getting. This one is the only reading that's like very specifically like you guys are both connected in both your parts of the reading. The other readings were like everyone separately. So I feel like if you're not already in union, you're probably about to be in union, okay? You probably already know this person. For the other piles, it was more like each individual person doing their own thing, not related to each other at all, okay? So if you want to watch another pile, go ahead and watch another pile. But if this resonated with you, awesome. And that's it. My throat is burning. I will see you guys next time.